Hey everybody, Dan with painfreeyou.com. Today's topic, or this video, is about fear and belief, and how the two of those things kind of counterbalance each other. Because if you truly believe that there's nothing wrong with your body, and that you truly have what Dr. Sarno termed TMS, I like to joke that it's called too much stress, and that's exactly what it is. It's a distraction from your emotional world. So if you truly believe that, then it's very easy, not easy, but it should be easy for you to lower the fear level about your symptoms, right? And I know it hurts like mad. I couldn't get off the floor for 14 hours. I had years where I would hobble down the hallway at work, and then I'd have to go in and shut the door and like lay down in my suit on the floor, and I'd have to shift and adjust in the seat at the conference room, and driving to work was always a struggle, and I'd have the sciatic pain running down my leg, and I'd have to shift and turn and try to crack my back. And sometimes driving somewhere, I'd have to tell my wife, "You drive, I'm gonna lay down in the back." And so I know how painful this stuff can be. And yes, that can cause fear, and I dealt with that for a long time. But what I'd like to suggest is that if you truly believe, and here's where the belief part comes in, that you have TMS and you've done the assessment and you've kind of determined that my pain characteristics are the type that are typical of this TMS, or too much stress or distraction pain, and you have the personality types that go along with this type of pain syndrome, if you truly believe that, then you can turn down the fear level. You can literally choose that I'm not going to freak myself out over this anymore because I know I'm not broken, which is why I love that phrase of mine, relax, you're not broken. Okay, so where does belief come into play? We see a lot of people commenting, and I truly agree with this, is that if you believe you can get better, you can. If you believe you have TMS, you're going to be able to beat it. If you are skeptical, if you are doubting it, if you still are on the fence, right? If you still believe that, well, maybe it's physical, or I don't know, these couple of things, my back pain, yeah, that is TMS or distraction pain. But this other thing, this reflux or whatever else is going on, that's physical. That has a real structural or physiological cause to it. And so what I'm going to tell you is that as long as you are skeptical about the reason for your symptoms, you're going to have a really, really, really tough time getting over them, right? You can't straddle that fence. You can't say, well, I think it's this, but I don't know. So look, belief is key. Lowering your fear levels is key. How do you do both? Well, a while back I posted a video, how to be successful at eliminating TMS pain or other TMS chronic symptoms. And I will probably link it below. But essentially I talked about the Tony Robbins success loop. The bottom left says belief. Top left, potential. Top right, action. Bottom right, results. Right? And that's the success loop. If you have belief, you'll see the potential that, hey, maybe I can get out of pain. If you see the potential, maybe you'll actually go over here and take some action. If you actually go over here and take some action, maybe you'll see some results. And when you see the results, at least even a little bit, if there's any change in fluctuation of the pain, you'll go, maybe this stuff's going to work. Maybe this is real. And it will feed your belief over here. And so you don't always have to start with a massive 100% like ironclad belief that you have TMS and you can get out of pain. If you have read enough and learned enough about the process, and you've done an assessment, like is available at painfreeyou.com, download the self-assessment and see if you see yourself all over the pages of that self-assessment. But if you have read Dr. Sarno's work, or Nicole Sachs, or Steve Ozanich, or Adam Heller, or David Schechter or Dr. David Clark or Dr. Schubner, if you've read any of those books by those experts and you understand the concept and you've connected the dots and said, yeah, this really does sound like me, then you can see the potential that, wow, maybe I can get out of my pain and other symptoms. If you see the potential, you'll take the action, right? And if you take the actions, you will eventually see the results, right? And then with the results, it'll feed the belief. And before you know it, it spirals around in a positive way. But if you don't have any belief, like if you just say, this is bullshit, and you reject it, you're not going to see the potential for you. You might say, well, that might work for other people, but I have a real problem, right? So if you don't have the belief, you won't see the potential, which means how much action are you going to take? Almost none, right? If you don't take the action, how many results are you going to get? Nothing. So since I just explained this here, I'm not going to link the other video. If you want to go back to it, look for it in my Dan Buglio YouTube channel. It's back there. But you get the point here. Like, you got to take action to get the results. And you're not going to take action if you can't see the potential and you don't at least have a core fundamental belief. So what I will challenge you is to do two things every single day. Ask yourself in the morning, what can I do to increase my belief that I have TMS, distraction pain, diversion pain syndrome, right? This stress illness. What can I do to build that belief? Well, I can read, I can watch some videos, I can go look for success stories, I can go to the TMS wiki and read some success stories, right? And what can I do to turn down the fear? Well, a lot of that building of the belief is also what you can do to turn down the fear levels. So how can you also do that? Reassure yourself, hey, it's okay, I'm safe, I'm all right. I just have this stress stuff going on. And I know for a fact that once I learn to feel my emotions and allow myself to feel them without running from them anymore, and once I allow myself to feel good after I've felt the emotions, right? Feeling the emotions does not have to devastate you for the rest of the day. You can choose to feel the emotions, the brutal, intense, dark, scary ones, and work yourself up. But after you're done, soothe yourself. Some deep breathing. Go outside, right? Do something that brings you joy, that will convince your subconscious mind that, wow, Dan's still okay. He just felt all that really intense stuff that I thought he needed to be protected from, and he's still okay, right? So every day look to reduce your fear levels, because as Nicole Sachs says, TMS is an epidemic of fear, and she's right. If you are racked with fear all day long about your symptoms, and all you're doing all day long is freaking out about your symptoms, you're pouring gasoline on the fire. Again, I did a video on this, but if you are stressing out over your stress illness, you're kind of chasing yourself in circles. So, with that being said, every day try to do something to reduce your fear and build your belief. And then take some action every single day. Allow yourself to feel these emotions. And look, a lot of people will say, what's the perfect process? I use Zero Pain Now, which is the right now, what emotion am I feeling? I am feeling, anger or some sadness or whatever it may be. That's what I used. That's what really got me over the hump. Now, is that the only process that works? Absolutely not. Nicole has great results with journaling. There's other types of mind-body processes. Dr. Schubner calls it expressive writing, which is not just like free-form, journaling on a blank piece of paper, but his programs have a little bit more pointed questions. Do this and write about this today and write about that tomorrow. And right, there's an infinite number of ways, but the key is to allow yourself to just truly face the guttural, brutal truth of your emotional world. What is not right in your life that you have been avoiding for a long time? And how do you truly feel about yourself, right? And when I realized the person I was most angry with was me, that's when all of a sudden it made sense. I stopped being mad at the outside world, and I allowed myself to just truly feel the disappointment in myself, right? And Nicole Sachs has a very similar story if you read her book. So turn down the fear levels, turn up the belief, do the daily committed practice, whichever one you choose, and you're going to find yourself in that spiral upward on that success loop of belief, seeing the potential, taking action, getting results, and feeding the belief, and before you know it, poof, you're going to be better. And look, along the way, you're going to learn so much about yourself, about your ability to handle things in life. You're going to become a more resilient, stronger person. That doesn't mean that you can take a whole bunch of shit from the rest of the world and suck it up. It just means you're going to become a better, stronger version of you. You don't have to become a different person, but perhaps a new version of yourself is worthy of considering. And what would that look like if you were to say, how do I get better as myself so that I can navigate my way through this world a little bit better? So with that, I will sign off and see you guys in the next video. See ya. Bye.